Look what I bought. I bought a sandblaster. Let's see what we got. We have a suction tube made out of some awesome dense rubber. It does not come with the fitting, but I already knew that. Had one laying in the garage. Okay, so right here I'm going to put on some Teflon tape. You got to do this so that way it seals good. You got to make sure you wrap it around the right direction so whenever you screw it in it doesn't unravel. Now it's time to just screw it in and then grab a wrench and tighten it up. I'm not sure the torque spec, but just make sure it doesn't leak. Alright, so I guess you just stick the hose on there. And then stick the hose on the pickup tube. I kind of skipped that, but it's pretty obvious how it goes. Okay, so this kit comes with 4 nozzles and 2 little air jets that go inside the gun. You just need this Allen wrench to take the gun apart, and the 2 set screws are right here on the side where I'm taking this one off, and the other one's right next to it. It's kind of obvious once you get it. And I read the instructions, but they were called air jet, which I just grabbed, that doesn't go where I'm about to put it. It actually goes on the other side of it, but I was just trying to figure it out. Anyway, I'm just assuming that gold air jet goes with the gold nozzle. So that's how I did it. And I didn't really show that, but anyway, I just want to go ahead and go sandblast some stuff. Just tighten up the new smaller nozzle. This is the air compressor I'm using. Look at its specs. 6.8 CFM at 90 PSI. 6 horsepower, 25 gallon. Alright, let's go outside and blast some stuff. Alright, since I'm a safety person, I'm going to be using a respirator and a face shield. This is making me claustrophobic. It's all fun and games until you get silicosis. Yeah, silicosis is like whenever little pieces of silica or sand or whatever embed in your lungs. You don't want to do that. I bought a sandblaster. Or no, excuse me, it's just a blaster. Because on the back it says you're not supposed to use sand. But I already bought this bag of concrete sand. And you know what? I'm just going to use it. I'm not even going to screen it. Well, I learned real quick, you absolutely need to have screened sand. That sand like it comes out of the bag, absolutely will not work. I'm not sure if it can be used at all, really. It seems like it's too heavy for the tube to siphon it up. And also, do not do this without screening the rocks out of it, because what could happen, that happened to me, I learned the hard way, is a rock will get stuck at the back of the nozzle. Well, that one went through, but the other one has a smaller hole right here. But if a rock gets stuck in there, it'll blow the pickup tube off and spray sand. So I had my face shield on, so it didn't really do anything. I know I'm jumping around a little bit, but let me tell you what I did. I went ahead and tried to use the sand straight out of the bag. It absolutely did not work. I had that other thing on the bucket that I tried to screen it with. That wasn't good enough, so I went ahead and got a regular window screen. And you can see how this is pulling a lot of little rocks out of it. You absolutely have to do this. Anyway, let's go ahead and go sandblast some stuff. This looks a lot better. Okay, finally we get to blast some stuff. This first piece is you know, you can see some angle iron that I was just practicing on, and actually it's cleaned up those welds pretty good. This is the main reason I bought a sandblaster. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just let all this play in real time and not skip around too much. It's probably going to be kind of boring, but that way everybody can see about how good this works or how bad it works, whatever. I think it came out pretty good. But I want to know who welded that. Looks like a professional done that. That was me. Okay, so now I'm going to sandblast parts of this old intake manifold. This is a cast iron intake manifold that's, I don't know if that's probably not the original paint, I don't know. But let's see how it works. It looks like it's working pretty good. I mean, this is a pretty rough surface, so it's kind of hard for it to get into the little crevices, I guess. But I'm actually holding a little bit too far. I'm not really used to sandblasting. This is my first time ever touching a sandblasting gun or sandblaster, whatever you want to call it. But I feel like I'm making some progress. I'm learning how to do new things all the time. And this is going to be very useful for any kind of welding projects I have, or, you know, there's a lot of things that I could use this on. Okay, so what did I learn today? Besides I know nothing about sandblasting. Well, I will tell you one thing. I'm not going to use sand anymore. I'm just going to go ahead and buy the bags of the black diamond, or I don't know what it is, but the braces, because I found some for $12 at Northern Tool for a 50-pound bag. The stuff that I seen at the store when I was there, it wasn't that cheap. It was like little tubs for $47 or something. Will I use sand again? Probably, but it doesn't. I don't really like it. Like, I think maybe it needs to be screened better to even more finer particles, because that's supposed to be what causes it to sputter. From what I was reading, how it kind of like, it doesn't just do an even stream. It kind of sputters and stuff. Anyway, who cares? Could you do it like this? Yeah. Is it better than nothing? Yeah. Really cheap setup. All you need is a decent air compressor. Mine, the whole time I was sandblasting this stuff, I didn't take any breaks. So let's take one more look at what it done on rusty steel. I think it cleaned it pretty good. Good enough to paint. Maybe not to do like a car body paint job, but like to paint brackets or something. Yeah. This is really, right here. Right here is the main reason why I got a sandblaster. Because whenever you weld stuff up, obviously you can't grind down a corner joint, right? Unless you finish up all your welding in one day and paint it, which is not practical for me. I usually have to wait in between weekends. It's going to develop a lot of rust. This was just practice, but you know, it's gonna rust, and in order to paint it, the only way to do that is to sandblast it. So I think for something like this, it's gonna work out fine, just the way I did it. That's clean enough to paint. That's clean enough to paint. It's just gonna, you know, if it's just gonna be like some kind of bracket or something I make, or whatever. Okay, this bracket, it cleaned it good enough. I actually think it was too slow. And then let's look at the intake. It wouldn't quite get it all out, but that stuff's pretty rough. But that's a lot better than you could do with anything else. I don't see what else you could. The only thing I think you could that would work better is a better sandblaster. I didn't even hit that part, but okay, for small jobs, it works. It's a little bit too slow. For small jobs, it would work out. A little bit too slow for big stuff. Or either way, I'm going to buy some abrasive and try to use it. Some of those abrasives that you're supposed to use. Because even the box said that you're not supposed to use sand. I mean, I don't know if it's because it's too heavy or clumpy or something. I don't know, but it kind of had a problem feeding. Anyway, if you found this helpful or entertaining, please like and subscribe. The end.